Hello, my name is Lynette, and I'm reading from the Love Exquisite Magazine in the June 2023 issue. And the empowering word for the month of June is decisions. Decisions. So, this is going to be a good one, and you can access all of the articles and content in the magazine at loveexquisitellc.com. Loveexquisitellc.com. And if you're wondering why I'm jazzy again today, I'm honored to be an honoree. I'm honored to be an honoree at the Urban Excellence Entrepreneur Award this evening. But I wanted to take the time and read the articles that will be available to you June 2023. So back to the article is decisions. Every decision we make in life has either a positive or negative impact. The outcome of a decision is sometimes predicated on making the right or wrong choices. It is so important that we take our decision-making process seriously. What we eat, who we hang around, who we date or marry, how we dress, what we do, what we say, what we believe, and how we conduct ourselves is so important. God gives us free will, so we got to keep that in mind as well. God gives us all free will to choose every decision that we make. We have to make sure that we think critically about the possible outcomes of our decisions. We do not always get everything right all the time or make the best decisions for ourselves in our lives, especially when we're much younger. When we're younger, is usually when we don't really think about how important our decisions are. But our decisions is a trajectory. Well, they impact the trajectory of where your life will land. Sometimes it's times when you don't really have control over some of the decisions, or I'll say this: some of the things that happen to you, you don't always have control over those things. If someone does something to you, for example, someone does something to you, it's on them, it's not on you. So it's something that you cannot control. So there's things that decisions other people might make that impact your life. So those things are decisions that they have to think about, not necessarily you. The decision that you have to think about thereafter is how you're going to handle either that information or that thing or that person. So what we have to make sure is, again, that we think critically about the possible outcomes of our decision. So I remember one time I was head over heels for somebody, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to go a little bit out of character and do something that I've never done before for this person. So this person will know just how much I truly am into him. And I tell you, it backfired. So it did not produce the outcome that I thought it would. And I was left with so much, so much self-doubt, so much like feeling like I shoulda, woulda, coulda, shouldn't have never did it, wish I could take it back, but you can't beat yourself up forever for the decisions that you make that are not always the right decisions. Even if your intentions were pure and good, sometimes you don't have control over the other person. This is why I say, even when you make decisions, you never know what the outcome is going to be until it is the outcome, till you get to the point of the outcome. But you have to think about your decisions. They matter. Decisions really matter. The choices that you make in life truly does matter. So you have to really think about that at a younger age, as well as when you're old enough to know better, you should do better. So, I had to forgive myself for going out of my character to show somebody something, a different side of me that, they probably they probably didn't even appreciate it. You know what I mean? So sometimes you have to really think about the decision. So we have to make sure, again, that we think critically. We don't always make the right choices for our lives, especially in our younger years. So we have to allow ourselves room to make mistakes. However, we must learn from every mistake that we make so that we do not repeat the same mistake. So that was a very valuable lesson for me that I will never repeat again. So when you know better, again, you are supposed to do better. So that is where I am right now today, and I'm thankful for it. So our choices can lead us down the right path or the wrong path. Sometimes decisions are made for you. So this is what I was basically talking about earlier. Sometimes decisions are made for you that you do not have control over. In those instances, we have to learn how to pivot. So you have to learn how to shift and not stay in that state of mind, and that state, wherever that state leaves you based on your decisions or based on the outcome of the decisions. Don't get depressed. Don't get stressed out. Just do better next time. So people, sometimes people make mistakes and they say, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Instead of being sorry, be different, make better choices with your life. And get back on the right path, because you can. You don't always have to go down the wrong path. You can get back on the right path. So an unfamiliar path does not always mean that it's the wrong path. Some people, they want to stay in the familiar, even if it's wrong. But going to an unfamiliar path that is the right path for you, it is the best thing that you could ever do to move forward with your life. So your conscious and your spirit of discernment will help you determine if the path you are taking is right or wrong. If you don't have the spirit of discernment, I suggest that you pray for it, because it will teach you what's good for you and what's not good for you, and who's good for you and who's not good for you. You have to ask yourself, how does it feel to be on the path that you are currently on? So that you don't waste any more time on the wrong path. So on the inside, there's something that you feel when you're doing something wrong, or you're engaging in something that is not right. There's something that you feel. It's called a conscience, and your conscience will make you say, I probably shouldn't be doing this. You know what I mean? So if you've been there, then you know exactly what I'm referring to. And so that's how you can gauge whether you need to get back on the right path. So it is to your benefit and advantage to create a new path when you're on the right path, so that you don't waste time on the wrong path. So that's going to take you being honest with yourself about what path you're on and where your path is leading you. So let's see what I have. So being honest with yourself will lead you to the right path. So that's the key. That's an important takeaway. So you have to be honest with yourself about the path that you're on, what you're doing on that path, and is it leading you to the right direction? Honesty. And how do you truly feel about it? That's another kicker. Like, instead of us playing make-believe and wanting to live in this ideal world, we have to face our reality and say, what is actually happening? What is actually going on? And how do I truly feel about it? Don't make excuses about it. Just live. And live in a better way. Like, some people say, well, I'm with this person and this person doesn't want to commit, or this person doesn't want to be in a relationship. And you're like, well, I'm single, so I'm just going to date and see, I'm just going to deal with it. When deep down inside, you're like, no, I really want to be loved the right way. So get that, don't settle. So again, sometimes the decisions that we make, they are tough ones. Decisions are not always easy. They are tough ones because and sometimes it can be scary because we might not be adequately prepared for whatever the outcome is. But a lot of us fear the unknown. But again, I encourage you to be honest with yourself. You will live a much happier life when you do things from a good place and you're honest with how you feel about what you're doing and what you're saying and who you're around as well. So again, it's not always easy. So stepping out of your comfort zone is a choice that you might have to make in life to get to where you want to be in life. So I challenge you today to reflect on the decisions that you have made and that you're thinking about making, and how they have impacted you, and where you are right now in this current state, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally. Did you make the right choices? Can you honestly say that where you are today is a direct result from the choices that you've made? Were they the right choices? So it's not too late to turn your life around and make better decisions. Think about what you can do differently today and make better decisions for your life moving forward. Think about how you can forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made and move from victim to victor. Forgive people who have wronged you or have been influential in changing the trajectory of your life in a negative way. Forgive them, because it releases you from that burden. Because you get stuck in that place, and you don't want to get stuck. You always want to continue to move forward in a positive way. Don't let anything or anyone destroy your life or how you feel about yourself. Live a more fulfilling life full of promise and hope when you make better decisions. So whatever decisions you make in life, think about them first before you do something that you cannot undo. That is the empowering word of the month for June. It is decisions. Thank you for